Hi, my name is Matt Hinkle with MS FireNet, and today we're going to be doing a review of the Yates Spec Pak. We have the newest version of the Yates Spec Pak with the carrying bag and the lifting bridle that comes with it. So we're going to go over some of the features and how to use it. Okay, the Yates Spec Pak comes inside of a carrying bag. So inside this bag is the bridle for the Spec Pak and the Spec Pak itself. It also comes with a C-collar, which you can keep your own C-collar inside the bag. But the bag has basically a hanging strap. We use this to keep it stored and hang it inside of our trailer. Also has a carrying strap that's adjustable, some handles to carry it with, and a zipper along one side. It's a heavy-duty rubber, so it's pretty weather resistant, and it weighs about 20 pounds. The Yates Spec Pak is a Class 3 harness with a maximum capacity of 310 pounds. Okay, to look at some of the features of the Yates Spec Pak, we'll just start off from the top. There's a vertical attachment point up top to be able to raise in a vertical environment, and also a drag strap or carrying handle. This is not to hoist with, this is just to be able to drag. Right below that, you'll notice the C-collar assembly, or the head immobilization section of this device will actually slide up and down within the Spec Pak, so you can adjust it based on the size of the patient. It comes with a head strap and a chin strap to stabilize the head. And these are the same, so you can't get them mixed up. It doesn't matter which one you use, top or bottom. When you place a patient into the Spec Pak, you have a couple of different head pads that come with the device to give them a cushion depending on the size of the patient, whether they have a helmet on or not. And basically, they have a Velcro strap with them, and you feed the strap through this eyelet, and it keeps the head block in place. So the head block will slide up and down with the cervical collar and the entire C-spine immobilization system. Working our way down the harness, you have two shoulder straps. These straps come across the shoulders and diagonally across the body. One's red, one's black. So all you have to do is connect red to red and black to black. When you fold over the sides of the Spec Pak, you'll see that you have some snaps to be able to connect it across, and they're color coded so that you can make sure you connect the right ones to each. So black to black and red to red. These will come across the patient's body and over the top of their shoulders. On the top of these straps, you see there's two good size handles to be able to drag the patient with. Again, these are not for lifting. They're not attachment points. These are just drag handles. You'll notice on each side of the device, they have drag handles there on each side so that you can move patients, especially in confined space situations. This is really convenient to have. As we work our way down, you'll notice there's a belt, and this is the first attachment point you would use to position the harness correctly on the patient, but it has a very easy connection point here. Really quick way to strap in the patient, and really nice handholds to be able to take the slack out of the device and cinch it around the patient's waist. Working our way towards the bottom, the leg loops, they're basically just come across the patient's legs, and each leg goes through a leg loop, but you'll have blue and another blue one. So both the blue on the bottom are your leg loops, and this padded area protects the patient from the couplings and the adjustments. Now we have all of our connections made, and this is what it would look like when it's on the patient. This is in a vertical position, so you can use this in a vertical position without a bridle, but in just a second we'll show you what the bridle looks like. So all the way down, we've got the head that's adjustable, drag handles at the top of the shoulders, one on each side. And the back of the device has a real hard slick plate to be able to use to slide the patient, especially in a confined space situation. This is really, really nice. So it's very easy to use. You just color code basically black to black, red to red, blue are the leg loops, and then you have one belt connection that goes across their waist. And after that, you're pretty much ready to go to hoist. So it is rated for 310 pounds, and it's also a full Class 3 harness. Okay, this is the bridle assembly that comes with the Spec Pak, so or the newer generation Spec Pak. They have two really easy to use connection points that I'll show where they attach to on the Spec Pak. It has one basically safety lanyard that'll go back into the head connection point, the vertical connection point, and it's an auto lock carabiner. And then you've got a blue adjustable strap, and this enables you to change the position that the patient's in. It's a little more lightweight carabiner, little snap carabiner, but you can easily adjust the length of this to raise the patient's head or lower the patient's head. And then it's attached to basically a large bull ring, and that'll go back into the master point of the system. And the last piece of equipment that comes with the kit is basically this attaches into the bridle to hold the patient's feet. So this long yellow strap with a carabiner attached, it's an auto-locking carabiner. It comes back into the bull ring. And then this basically acts as a catch for their feet. It has a strap that goes around their ankles and connects. And then you'll have basically foot stirrups that you can use to put on the patient's feet so that it keeps their feet in the right position. But this lets their feet come up and it lets them lay supine and keeps them level. Okay, this is what the Spec Pak looks like when it's in the horizontal position. So basically, there are two red D-rings right here that you connect into that go into the harness, and when you're not using these, there's little Velcro keeper straps that keep these from getting snagged on anything, which is really nice. But these are really easy to use, automatically locking. So there's one on each side by the hips, and then you have the orange, basically safety lanyard that goes back into the harness at the top, and then your blue adjustable lanyard goes into the head, and that's what moves the patient's head up and down. Out from the front of this is where the foot, the stirrup strap would go, and that keeps the patient's feet up. So this is in the horizontal position, and to adjust the patient to make them sit more upright, all you have to do is move the strap up. It automatically locks just a cam, so now you can adjust their position the way that they're sitting. One thing that you have to be concerned of when you're doing this is when you go to adjust the patient's head and bring them up, their helmet will hit the blue strap. So you kind of have to make counter adjustments. If this goes up, then these also might need to come down, so it'll have a little more room for the patient to be sitting within the bridle. If you get it up too high, they're going to be hitting the blue strap with their helmet, and you don't want to do that to the patient. That'd be real uncomfortable. Other than that, that is all there is to connecting. It's extremely easy. The rescuers that we've been using, or that have been using this so far, absolutely love it. The patient packaging time, getting the patient in and hoisted, is very, very fast compared to a lot of the other methods. So this has become kind of a go-to kit for our guys that are using it, especially with confined space. They loved it for confined space evolutions. So to go back and just kind of show you some of the maintenance things, this skid plate will come off, so you can use basically an Allen wrench and get this entire back plate assembly off of it, and you are actually able to get inside of this and remove the entire back frame of it, and it's machine washable. I don't know if I'd necessarily want to throw this in a washing machine and wash it, but at least it makes it really easy to get a brush out and clean it. So it's real easy to maintain, and actually really easy to carry around. So some of you that might be familiar with like the LSP harness and some of the other devices like that may think, well, this just looks like the same thing, and it's really not. There's a lot of features within this. It does cost a little bit more than an LSP, but you get a lot more bang for your buck. So you have an adjustable cervical assembly, which is really nice for different size patients. The handles that they've added on here are much, much better. Skid plate on the back is a whole lot more durable to be able to use for evolutions, multiple evolutions. And this bridle assembly is top of the line. So this really is a game changer when it comes to patient packaging in confined space environments and even vertical environments. But it's very, very easy to use, extremely fast, and seems to be really well built. Feel free to comment or ask questions. We'll try to do our best to answer them. And then also be nice to hear from some of y'all that have actually used it and what kind of situations you found it good for.